people, welcome back again to another video. If you are new in this channel, this is Queen Sharon Entertainment and home of freedom fighters. If you haven't joined our family yet, join us by hitting the red button down below there on the bell notification icon, so whenever we have a new video in this same channel, you will get notified. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I love you all. So my people, I have a video here that I want you all to watch, and I myself will be watching with you in this particular video. Feel free to let me know what you think about the video after watching. Like and share this video, and I will see you guys again in my next one.
7 days today, the people of Anambra State will go for election, and that election is important not only to the people of Anambra State but the entire Igbo land. We encourage the people of Anambra State to go ahead and participate in the election, no matter what, no matter the intimidation, harassment, and all that casualties suffered. There is no alternative to that election. The alternative perhaps may be third term for Uwazuruike and the members of the House of Assembly, or in the alternative state of emergency. And none of these two things is desirable. So there must be election in Anambra State. More than that, the election is so important because this is another 8 years, another batch of 8 years of democracy in Nigeria, another batch of 8 years of democracy. In 1999, PDP ruled for almost 16 years, from 1999 to 2015, ranging from Obasanjo, Yaradua, and Goodluck Jonathan. 2015, Buhari came on board. From 1999 to 2015, Ndi Igbo took part extensively in governance of this country. They took part in the mainstream politics of Nigeria. Mainstream politics of Nigeria. But in 2015, Ndi Igbo started playing the opposition role. So we need to ask ourselves, in this new dispensation, which we start from Anambra State, next 8 years to come, what role will Ndi Igbo play? Shall we start or continue to play the opposition? Our people are not known for opposition politics. Ndi Igbo, the Southeast, are not known for playing opposition politics. Right from 1960, even during the MPN, MPP, strata, Ndi Igbo joined with MPN when they couldn't win election at the center. MPP joined MPN, they partnered with MPN. There is no gain in opposition. Moreover, in Nigeria, where the constitution makes it the winner takes all, there is no gain in opposition. So I think this Anambra election should be a turnaround for the people of the Southeast. There are so many things why we should do a turnaround now. Look at insecurity happening or having in the entire Southeast. We cannot tackle the issue of insecurity by playing opposition politics in Nigeria today. No, because the governor is not in control of the army, he's not in control of the navy, he's not in control of the air force, he's not in control of any of the paramilitary setups. So how does he control insecurity? There are some opposition governors that don't have access to the president for their entire term in office. They don't have access, they can't sit one-on-one with the president until they leave office. Our politicians in the Southeast are not doing well enough. They are self-centered. Because when you have no agenda, collective agenda, even the meetings they hold in Enugu, not many of them don't attend because of different parties they belong to. In Nigeria today, we have two major parties, APC and the PDP. In these two major parties today, on ground, APC controls about 2/3 of the entire federation. They have governors in about 2/3, say about 20, 22, 23, 24 states, while PDP controls about 1/3. Notwithstanding, people are still jumping from PDP today to APC. So if you conduct election tomorrow morning, APC as a party has the chances of winning election in Nigeria than the PDP. I mean, what is on ground? Unless you want to delude yourself, you continue living in delusion. So why people are living from PDP to APC, is it worthwhile for Ndi Igbo to jump into PDP? It's a disservice. We have to look inwards and put on our thinking cap. If you are shouting marginalization, marginalization every time, can't you demarginalize yourself? When you start playing the role of opposition, you have started marginalizing yourself. You have started marginalizing yourself. If you go to the pool and you want to vote, and you look at the scenario, you vote for an opposition to the present-day government, you have started marginalizing yourself. There's no way when the ruling party wants to hold their meeting, they invite the opposition. It's the ruling party that provides the policies of the government. They will not call the opposition to come and help them streamline the policies of the government. If you are in a ruling party, you sit at the round table where the cake is shared. Why the opposition continues to complain? It's the duty of the opposition to recriminate, to complain, to shout. Is that what the Southeast people will want in the next 8 years, which the Anambra people will start from next week? By 2023, Buhari will be going out. Ndi Igbo will continue with opposition? No. And that's what the people of Anambra State will start in the next 7 days. So we have to encourage them to think well, to think about the future of Ndi Igbo, of the Southeast, not personal interest of few people. If you vote for an opposition candidate, the tendency that you are just helping the governor and his family and his few friends, not for people of Anambra State, not for Ndi Igbo. In today's politics, there's barely nothing a governor can do to govern his state without help from the government, from the federal government. Nothing, absolutely. How many states in Nigeria today can pay or can use their IGR to take care of themselves, pay salaries, pay pensions and gratuity to workers and others, to retired workers? How many? Hardly Lagos, Rivers, or perhaps Kano. No other state. So without the collaboration of the center, you cannot. You cannot. So where you win election, you cannot get anything from the center. Your infrastructural development is zero. You cannot do anything except, the little money you have, you pay taxes, salaries and all that. That's all. Don't expect anything from a governor who is not working with the mainstream politics. That is what I want to tell our people. You must change your attitude. in today's politics, you must join the ruling party, mainstream party. Ndi Igbo should be the people sharing and giving to others, and not the people to be receiving, begging to receive. Even if you want additional state, I remember when Ndi Igbo were playing the mainstream politics during Obasanjo's regime, it came to a point that Obasanjo wanted to create additional state for the Southeast. But it couldn't work due to our people. Every state wanted it to come to them. And again, Obasanjo wanted to go for third term, which didn't work. I mean, the whole thing crashed. If all the 5 Eastern governors can go to APC now, tomorrow, the idea of having another state for the Southeast can come up, because all of you are there. You are there in the presence of the president. Nobody will marginalize you, because if the cake is on the table, everybody, all of you are there. You take your share, I take my share. But if you are not there, you are in the house because you can't attend the meeting. You won't know when the cake will be baked. You don't know, you won't know who will be sharing it. You will be in your house complaining. So we have to start thinking right now. It's not about shouting and marginalizing every day. Who is marginalizing you? Go to the center and dominate. It's not about population. It's not about population. If it's by population, Fulani should not be ruling Nigeria today. How many are there? Then not to talk of Ndi. Go to the center and dominate. Be the sharers and not the receivers. And you can't do this if you are in no position. Okay, take for instance, the entire North, 19 states have 2 parties governing them, APC, PDP. The West, Southwest, 2 parties governing them, APC, PDP. South, 2 parties governing them, APC, PDP. Southeast, 3 parties, APC, PDP, ABGA. Only 5 states. Southwest has 6 states, 2 parties. South, 2 states, 6 states, 2 parties. The entire North, 19 states, 2 parties. Southeast, only 5 states, 3 parties. That will show you the extent our people deteriorated in politics. How can you achieve anything from that? Supposing the so-called rotational presidency or whatever, which party will zone the president to you? Is it APC will zone president to Southeast with 2 states? Or is it PDP will zone president to Southeast with 2 states? Which party will do that? They don't play politics with sentiments. That one has gone. In today's politics in Nigeria, Ndi Igbo should take the front seat, driver's seat, by staying in the mainstream politics of Nigeria. When we talk of president, like I said before, which president? The rotational president I should believe in now should be the 2 political parties. So without the collaboration of the center, you cannot. You cannot. So where you win election, you cannot get anything from the center. Your infrastructural development is 0. You cannot do anything except, the little money you have, you pay taxes, salaries and all that. That's all. Don't expect anything from a governor who is not working with the mainstream politics. That is what I want to tell our people. You must change your attitude in today's politics. You must join the ruling party, mainstream party. Ndi Igbo should be the people sharing and giving to others, and not the people to be receiving, begging to receive. Even if you want additional state, I remember when Ndi Igbo were playing the mainstream politics during Obasanjo's regime, it came to a point that Obasanjo wanted to create additional state for the Southeast. But it couldn't work due to our people. Every state wanted it to come to them. And again, Obasanjo wanted to go for third term, which didn't work. I mean, the whole thing crashed. If all the 5 Eastern governors can go to APC now. Tomorrow, the idea of having another state for the Southeast can come up because all of you are there. You are there in the presence of the president. Nobody will marginalize you because if the cake is on the table, everybody, all of you are there. You take your share, I take my share. But if you are not there, you are in the house because you can't attend the meeting. You won't know when the cake will be baked. You don't know, you won't know who will be sharing it. You will be in your house complaining. So we have to start thinking right now. It's not about shouting and marginalizing every day. Who is marginalizing you? Go to the center and dominate. It's not about population. It's not about population. If it's by population, Fulani should not be ruling Nigeria today. How many are there? Then not to talk of Ndigo. Go to the center and dominate. Be the sharers and not the receivers. And you can't do this if you are in no position. Okay, take for instance, the entire North, 19 states have 2 parties governing them, APC, PDP. The West, Southwest, 2 parties governing them, APC, PDP. South, 2 parties governing them, APC, PDP. Southeast, 3 parties, APC, PDP, AFGA. Only 5 states. Southwest has 6 states, 2 parties. South, 2 states. 6 states, 2 parties. The entire North, 19 states, 2 parties. Southeast, only 5 states, 3 parties. That will show you the extent our people deteriorated in politics. How can you achieve anything from that? Supposing the so-called rotational presidency or whatever, which party will zone the president to you? Is it APC will zone president to Southeast with 2 states? Or is it PDP will zone president to Southeast with 2 states? Which party will do that? They don't play politics with sentiments. That one has gone. In today's politics in Nigeria, Ndibo should take the front seat, driver's seat, by staying in the mainstream politics of Nigeria. When we talk of president, like I said before, which president? The rotational president I should believe in now should be the 2 political parties zoning their president to the use. The 2 parties, APC and PDP, should zone their presidential slots to the use of Nigeria. Not to these old people, not this primordial ethnic nonsense. What do you mean by Igbo president, Hausa president, this and that? Buhari is the president today. Naira is about close to 600 naira to $1 now. Does it make difference between a Fulani man and an Igbo man? A Fulani man changes naira 600 naira to $1. An Igbo man changes 600 naira to $1. What difference has it made here now? Because the Fulanis have their son as president. So also, I don't listen to that. Give the youth the leadership of Nigeria. I've said it before. In superpowers, look at America, Obama, Clinton. All became presidents at the age below 50. Look at the president of France, below 50. Nigeria should learn. Let the next president coming to rule Nigeria, to govern Nigeria, be less than 50 years. Let's try it and see. We have so many young boys, enterprising young men there. We have some governors today governing their states. We have some in the National Assembly. We have some intellectuals, some businessmen that are less than 50 years that are doing marvelously well. Why must we continue with old people? Recycling them. Yeah? People like Atiku Abubakar and Senator Bola Tinubu should go and sit down. We have had a lot of them. If we want Nigeria to continue, this type of people should take the back bench and support the youth. And the youth themselves, you should come up. All these demonstrations you are doing, no NSI0N, blah, 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 this and that. If you can say, end old age rule in Nigeria, it makes more sense than NSI0N. The criminals that fear the police say, come on demonstration and say, let old men retire. We want they used to take over the affairs of Nigeria. It makes more sense to the whole world. And you are there. They will rule you. When they finish, their children will rule you. Ad infinitum. Where are you? Huh? I'm so disappointed with all these things. If Nigeria is good, whether you are an Igbo man, an Hausa man, or a Yoruba man, you will enjoy. You will enjoy. I don't believe in when the president is on the table. During Jonathan's tenure, Igbo occupied all sensible positions in the administration. What did an Igbo man gain? All our roads were dilapidated. But I got any road that was given on contract to the so-called senator. They shared the money. Igbo senator, they shared the money. Onisha, Enugu Road, they shared the money. They were in government. Today they are coming up to sit, to demand for Igbo president. The same people. Was Jonathan, not from South, but he gave us more than any other president could have given us. Obasanjo at the beginning played politics with his mentality, but later he changed. He changed. I bet you if an Igbo man was the president, he wouldn't have done one quarter of what Obasanjo and Jonathan did to Igbo. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Igbos enter the main politics, mainstream politics. What I mean is this. If Igbo enter the mainstream politics today, and tomorrow PDP wins, immediately you finish the Supreme Court judgment, because the Supreme Court is now the arbiter in Nigeria that decides who wins or who should be president or who should be done or this. Immediately you finish and it goes to PDP. You all will join and move over to PDP. All the governors, 5 of you, you move over to PDP. Even if the Supreme Court rules again that it is APC, you leave PCP and move over to APC. Because there are no differences between PDP and APC. Nothing except to share money at the center. And you must be there where others are sharing this money. If you are not there, you are not there. You continue to complain. It doesn't favor anybody. It doesn't favor any Igbo man. I expect the state governor, say Pazo and the Enugu State, to move over to APC before the end before the beginning of 2023. If you don't move over to APC, Ndibo will leave you aside. Anambra State, if you people fail to enter the mainstream politics this election, Ndibo will leave you behind. We are tired of opposition. Opposition uses us nothing except enriching few individuals within the corridors of the governor. We don't need that. No, not many people can say what I'm saying today. Some people will say, he's not watching our comments. What does your comment amount to? I'm talking the truth. I'm saying the truth. I'm talking about what will benefit Ndibo. I'm not a politician. I'm in the Biafra struggle. And in this Biafra struggle, not even many people know what we are doing. Not many people know what we call the Montevideo Convention of 1933. Not many people know about it. Not people know that this is where the United Nations marked and said, look at how you will start agitation for independence. When I read this document, it was even in prison that I crafted the constitution my group is using today. That is why today, come to my group, you see executive, judiciary, legislature. These are things I don't want. The moment I talk now, they go and hijack it. Most of these people today grouping saying they are fighting for Biafra. Which Biafra? It's just like if you are going to the north from River Niger, instead of proceeding to Enugu, Abakaleke, River Benue and all that, you start going to Asaba, Abo, Ondo. Say you are going to the north. You are not going to the north. You are deceiving yourself. You have not seen the criteria for embarking on self-determination. In that month, Video Convention of 1933, there is nothing like referendum there. There's nothing like sit-at-home there. There's nothing like no election there. But some people who say they're fighting for Biafra, clamoring in all these three things, which I started, single-handedly started years back and done them when I saw that they are not relevant to the pursuit of independence. But that's what people are using to kill so many people today. Irrelevant things. Well, I have finished what I want to say. I feel and wish the people of Anambra State the best in this election next week. Emana say son equal, Mema say son Allah. They will.
Thank you so much for watching that particular video. Feel free to let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Like and share this video, and I will see you again in my next one. Bye.